Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. Coming out with it, it's Harbor. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So South Carolina's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And there he is, the man, David, that they build this entire attack around.
And it's so nice to have a guy that makes everything easy for the people around him. The quarterback plays better because the feature is clear who that is.
And we all hold our breath every time this guy touches the football. He's able to take it the distance on any given play.
They're going back to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses that phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Wildcats offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Quickly complete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to 2. Nice job by this defense getting the sack, creating some momentum.
They make the stop. It's a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And that's incomplete. All over it. Ground 4th down coming up. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. Out of bounds. On that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass, it's Wimsatt. Got it! And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they break the seal on the scoring.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receivers the year.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. The play action fake. He's got an open man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Pass the 30. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creep.
He'll take a shot. He caught it. So close to that end zone. But it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. We all love the quarterbacks with the big arms and the big throws, but getting that protection set properly is so huge.
And I think the quarterback just had so much confidence that...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. To move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to...
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of...
Oh, look out! And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Scanning the field, it's Wimsatt. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
spits it out to the back. And it's batted away. It doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. First down here for the offense. This guy can throw it. Wide open downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Gamecocks are in the hurry up. They'll go to the ground. Makes one man miss. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he just threw that one away. Move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. At the 20, he's got space. Scamper on first down, and he slides in safely. And the Gamecocks are in the red zone. Defense looks like they're coming. Running back goes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a man. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. To the air, it's Sellers. Buys a little. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Absolutely perfect. And they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. A little screen to the running back. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
It's great to send that blitz and get the heat on the quarterback, but you might need a little help on the backside with this guy.
Yeah, because now you're putting your guy in man-to-man situation against an elite receiver, and that's a tough battle to win, but you got to take those chances. You got to be aggressive. The offense won that one. At least it wasn't a huge game-changing play.
Wants to throw on first down. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. After the incompletion, it's second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. A pickup of 8 now to convert 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass.
They choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And that one's going to be... And we have knocked out the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking for a gap. It's Baxter. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
Yeah, so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Tempo and overdrive. From the gun. Give on the inside. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Those two failed to make the connection. Pass. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Wants to throw. It's Sellers trying to get to it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is... Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Key. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll throw it on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now on second down. The give to the back. The ball squirts free. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. He's looking to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Anything he likes.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Just a short pass to the tight end. For the first down, they've got it at the 30. The Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on second and 10. To the air, it's Wimsatt. Receiver looks it in, it's complete.
Now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback will audible. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's caught. He's there to make the stop. Reset. It's first and goal from the 7. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he'll be brought down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Offense, backfield, nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play, shows off the hands first, got to make the catch first, does the rest, walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, and the ball's on the ground. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Gamecocks headed quickly to the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
A third and long coming up here. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Looking for a block. It's Brown. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man in the middle. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They go to the ground. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. On second down, he'll fire. Makes the grab. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for first and goal.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Looking downfield, it's Wimsatt. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, David, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built your...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On third down, going up top. Unleashes it on the run. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the defense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Looking left. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quick completion on the out route. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
He's got his man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Kentucky right back to the line. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. Makes the grab. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to add another. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Jacobs. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. It's complete to the left. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. Field goal is good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Going to the run to start this second half. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Wimsatt. Snags it over the middle. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Looking to throw for it. Quick strike complete. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He finds his man.
Plant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out. It's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Give to the fullback. He's got enough to move the chains. 47. And the Wildcats are rolling down the field. To the air on first down. Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The big fullback's got it. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Gonna run it. It's Patterson. And a really nice run before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Dropping back, it's Wimsatt. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Bulldozes his way through. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And defensive backs, you think the big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry-up. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hunt.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. Bringing it back, it's Brown. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll bring it back. It's Baxter. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. From the gun, wants to pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. On the return, it's Brown. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. He wants to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
This is just so demoralizing. You want to talk about taking a game over. That's what this defense is doing right now. They are just winning in the trenches. They're easily the more athletic and more physical unit up front, dominating this O-line.
Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. To the air, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Wants to fire on second down. And the Gamecocks in the hurry-up. On third and long, try to convert through the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot.
Hit the afterburners, kid. At the 20. Touchdown, Kentucky! And the punishment has been extended.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Tulane is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in New Orleans for some time. They're up by 18 over Navy. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen.
And that's what defense is all about, understanding the situation. It's 3rd and long. I'm going to drop back. I'm going to make him throw that ball underneath to the running back and then do my job. Go corral, tackle him, and force the 4th down.
Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Makes his man miss. And he broke one tackle on the way up there.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Line is set on 3rd down. Give to the big fullback. Breaks the tackle. They get him on the ground, and just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Wimsatt. Grabs it in the middle. They make their good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Tough, hard-nosed running. He needed. 1.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
Here we go with the run on 4th down. Dragged down to the 4, getting the first down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Brown. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. After the incompletion on 2nd down, it's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the pummeling has... They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. The best way I can think of to describe this cat, he's like a human get-out-of-jail-free card. He'll make it work no matter the circumstance.
And so as a defense, Reese, I mean, you've got to be aware of what this guy is doing at all times. I mean, if he's not just staying in the pocket and he takes off, you've got to have bodies flying to the football and stop worrying about these wide receivers because this guy's dangerous with his legs.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Bennett. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Hunt. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He's going to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Line getting set on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Russell. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He'll do it himself. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. It's still 3rd and goal. Right back to him on the ground. And he was able to run through one. Still only a modest gain. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw, it's Sellers. Pocket starts to collapse. Takes a shot. And it never had a chance. Incomplete. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. Calls his own number. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. on the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. He'll bring it back. It's Baxter. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Gets it out fast.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
Looking for space. It's Baxter. Slips one guy, now he's loose. And the defense drags him down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. With jet sweep pass. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go struggle, and you're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over the and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. And a good, solid pickup before the defense down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
How about that catch and toe tap to get the first down?
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Wimsatt. Moves around to clear up the vision. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the beatdown has ensued. That breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Trying to find his man on first down. The sure hands, it's Baxter. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. On second down, he's looking downfield. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man...